Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Brianna Lentz, and today I'm going to be going over 50 fall cross stitch patterns. I made a 50 crochet Halloween projects video, which I really enjoyed making, and today I thought that I would do 50 fall cross stitch patterns. These will not include cross stitch Halloween because that's going to be an entirely different video. Upon making this list, I was like, wow, there are way more Halloween cross stitch patterns out there by our favorite designers than there are fall, which I did find surprising. So in today's video, there will be fall and harvest because not all of us decorate for Halloween. I definitely do. Tomorrow is October 1st, so that's going to be going up. This is all going to be Halloween-y, which I'm really excited. And everything that you see in my video today, I will have linked to a post at briannalentz.com, and everything will be there with the link underneath it with the name, the designer, and where I found you can purchase this from. If I found that you can purchase it directly from the designer or the designer's Etsy shop, I link there. If I found there's going to be some that I could only find for 1, 2, 3 stitch, I link to 1, 2, 3 stitch so that way you can find it. If you have somewhere else that you'd like to shop, please by all means do that. However, I do give credit to every designer that I have here. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump in. There are 50 fall cross stitch patterns today, and on this side of the screen I will share a picture so that way you can see it while I'm talking about it. I have these all grouped by designers. Some designers have 1, some designers have up to 5. I didn't go over 5, and a lot of these are our favorite people. Some of these are people that you may not have heard of before. So like I said, let's go ahead and get started. Did I introduce myself? I think I did. But if not, I am Brianna Lentz, and I upload crochet videos, cross stitch videos, and sewing videos, and many more of these top 50 videos. So one more thing I want to add is that this list of 50 fall cross stitch patterns is what I found to be the most popular from these designers. And this is off of something in their Etsy shop. A lot of these I picked because they had over 20 plus people had these in their carts, which is pretty incredible. That's very popular. And then from there, you know, if I found some that didn't have certain listings like that I could find on Etsy, I just drew from memory what I know to be some of the most popular, like from Little House Needleworks, which you'll see. So in no particular order, I will start, and if you don't see your favorite fall cross stitch pattern, please don't get upset. They probably get included in a list next year, or I just didn't see it. There are no kits, there is nothing like that. So there are no mill hill, no dimensions, only individual patterns that you can down as PDF downloads, or you can purchase off someone's website as a paper pattern. Okay, so first up we have Hello from Liz Matthews. This is the Autumn Cloche, and this is very popular right now. Very, very popular, and it is so modern, it is beautiful, and I'm very happy for Liz Matthews on this one. I really like her aesthetic, and I think that this is very original. She has a butterfly one of this as well, but the autumn is just really good. That's my rooster. We call him the dude. I don't know if you could hear that in the background, so if you can't, I hear a rooster going on. Anyway, so next we have, by Not Forgotten Farms, we have Thomas. It's not your turn, dude. It's Thomas's. Thomas the turkey. I really like this a lot. It's very primitive. He's beautiful. He's big, but I really like Not Forgotten Farms patterns in general, and I love her Halloween. Thomas by far is my favorite from her. The next one we have is Flirting Turkeys by Miss Prim of Rhonda's Originals. So this is one that I hadn't seen before. This is a PDF pattern that you can download off Etsy, and I believe her Etsy shop is Rhonda's Originals. However, in the names for this pattern, it was Flirting Turkeys by Miss Prim. That's something that I found common on Etsy, was that it was hard to find out what the actual name of a pattern was off of the name on their site. It was interesting. So anyway, so I believe that this is Flirting Turkeys by Miss Prim of Rhonda's Originals. Again, I have that linked. Following this, we have 2 from Sampler's Primitives, and we have the Primitive Quaker PDF Autumn pattern. I love this. I think this is really fresh. I think this is really, really pretty. And it is something that would definitely fit into my autumn decor. It would fit into a modern farmhouse decor. It would fit into primitive, but it definitely is something that would lighten the room versus a lot of fall decor, which is darker. Following this, we have the Thanksgiving pattern, and I really like this. I'm actually surprised that I don't see this being stitched more often. It reminds me of a mix between Twin Peak Primitives and Prairie Schooler. And I think that this is one that I could see myself stitching in the future as well. Next, we have Country Rustic Primitives. So I have two from Country Rustic Primitives. I have first the Primitive Gobble Thanksgiving Pillow, this was her most popular pattern in her shop. And I really think it's pretty. It's simple, it's effective. You can tea dye it. This is something that I would definitely think you could stitch and then tea dye everything all together, or you know, tea dye and bake afterwards. I think this would be a good candidate if that's something that you wanted to do. It's a small amount of stitching, so you wouldn't risk a whole bunch of time and effort if you felt like it went too dark, because that's the point, you want it darker. She also has the Primitive Autumn Greetings 1846 Pinky. Very simple, but very effective. I really like this one too. This is another pattern that I could see myself buying and stitching next year. Next we have the Calico Confectionery. So I have seen her patterns a lot and I've admired them. I haven't bought any yet, but I think that in the coming year I definitely will be. Calico Confectionery has a lot. I like her style. She has a really clean style where it's not necessarily Lizzie Kate, but it is still very clean. So her most popular in her Etsy shop for fall was We Give Thanks, and I like this. I like the quilt stars mixed with the pilgrims. I think this is a great option for stitchers that like to stitch for Thanksgiving. This is, I personally think that this is something else that I would be purchasing in the future because I don't have anything like this. I like it a lot. Now, next is Shine on Harvest Moon. This was popular in her shop, but it wasn't necessarily the most popular. We Give Things definitely was. However, I really like it, and so I wanted to showcase it. It is the Shine on Harvest Moon, and this is a sampler that, again, I'm surprised I don't see more people stitching because it has a really awesome picture in the middle, which you could just stitch by itself. But it also has a cool thing where the sampler goes around and around and around, which I think is really eye-catching and interesting, and I think would be a great way to diversify your samplers that you stitch or that you have in your home. I really like this. I think more credit should be due to this pattern. I would love to see it more on Flosstube. Okay, I chose to put Primrose Cottages first as one of my main collection of 5. So what am I saying? So I have 5 of these charts from Primrose Cottage, and I think that they have been on fire the last year. I have a couple of our OG designers, which I could only pick up to 5 because I didn't want to overload it with one designer. And I definitely had to pick them, is what I'm trying to say, because they have been so popular the last year. I think that they have really capitalized on Lizzie Kate, and that a lot of people have stitched the majority of Lizzie Kate already, and that it's not necessarily out of style, but that definitely there was room for somebody with the Lizzie Kate aesthetic to come in with a modern typography, modern view, and I really think that they have nailed it really well. I think that if you like hands-on designs, I think that you would like Primrose Cottage stitches. So first we have the extremely popular Autumn Rules, and this is probably, I would guess that this is their most popular chart that they have out right now. It's really cute. I would love to stitch it. I just didn't have the time to do it this year. I had a couple other that I knew that I wanted to do, but this is definitely on my radar for next year. I have never done one of these long ones where you do all these different sayings, and it's just really cute. It's very modern. I like the typography. I think they know who their customer is. Following this, we have Autumn Alphabet. Again, really cute, extremely popular in their shop. And I think this is really cute. This is definitely something that I think for a lot of stitchers, they could start and finish in a week. They have the option that you can have a paper pattern, or you can download it. So if this is something that you like today, go to their shop, buy it, start it now, have it up and ready for the rest of October. Okay, another one that was extremely popular. I'm gonna say this for everyone. I'm gonna stop saying that. I'm gonna try my best. I probably still will. We have Give Things Home. This is very cute. I like the turkey. It's another one where you can stitch this and decorate for Thanksgiving, and I love it. I think it's really, really cute. Then we have Leaves of Autumn. This is really cute. What does it say? It says, every leaf speaks bliss to me, fluttering from the autumn tree. It's really cute. I think that it has, like, it's like a nice companion piece in my mind to Cinnamon Stars by Plum Street Samplers. It just has that flow to it. So if you feel drawn to the flow of Cinnamon Stars, like I get that vibe from the leaves, and I like the vibe of the pattern because I think the other images make you feel like that you're part of the leaves falling down. I forgot to mention earlier in my video that if you see me looking down, it's because I'm looking at my computer right now where I am looking at my actual post on briannalentz.com. So everything listed at briannalentz.com is in the same exact order as I'm talking about it with you now. So sorry I didn't tell you about that sooner. Following this, we have Autumn on the Farm, and very cute. Really simple, really cute. If you like that farmhouse decor, I mean, this is gonna go for you. I really like it. Super cute. What else can you say? Okay, so that's all that I have for Primrose Cottages. I felt like it was appropriate to go from their shop to Cherry Hill Stitchery. And she's got 3 that were really, really popular. So I only chose 3 because, again, this is only fall. And first we have an Autumn Wish. This isn't just popular in her particular Etsy shop. This was something that I saw a popular chart in a lot of different shops that were selling her paper pattern. So this is really cute. Her pictures were hard to get under my thing, so I'm not really, but yeah, it's really cute. I like the white pumpkin. It gives kind of Cinderella vibes. It's really cute. I like that a lot. Like, I have this stitch by Stitching with the Housewives. I completely changed the colors and everything. But I don't know. It just gives me like that fairy tale autumn vibe, which I love. Then the next one that I really, really like this one is Autumn Leaves. Autumn Leaves, Pumpkins, Please. I like that cutesy. It's very innocent, very cute. And then we have the Pumpkin Stack, which is great. I think this is something that Bent Creek has something similar to it with a crow. And I think that if you like that style, this is something that would be a quick and easy stitch for you to finish within a week. Probably for some of you in a day. All right, so that's all I have from Cherry Hill Stitchery. We are moving on to Stitching with the Housewives. Do they need me to advertise on my video for them? Absolutely not. I think they are, you know, some of the all-stars in the cross-stitch community. However, I could not do 50 of what I think are the most popular cross-stitch patterns for fall without including them, which they're amazing, and I love what they've done, putting Flosstube and a lot of things on the map for a lot of designers, including themselves. So first we have what I found to be her absolute, Priscilla and Chelsea's absolute most popular fall pattern, because they have a lot of really popular Halloween patterns. That one's going to be harder to pick a top 5, but the number 1 most popular pattern for them right now is Welcome Home Fall, which you can see why. She has it styled magnificently and it looks gorgeous. I could easily see this being adapted to tea dye, so you don't have to stitch on black, which is what I would do, which is what I do. A lot of her stitching is not on black. And I like it. It's very cozy and there's a lot in there. And if you like that more bold effect with your stitching, I say go for this one. This will keep you occupied. And if you're on more of a budget and you just want to pick maybe like one bigger project instead of a lot of smalls, I think this is a great option. Because also after you buy her flosses, they'll translate into other projects afterwards. Next, her next most popular chart, or their most popular chart after that, is Fall Jar, which is really cute. I love it because it's a ball jar, fall ball jar, and it's really cute. Then we have Scarecrow Festival by the Dapper Doodads. Dapper Doodad series. So I have 2. So we have the Scarecrow Festival, and then we also have It's Fall Y'all. And these are very, very popular. I think they're really cute. And I could see you finishing that on a lot of different ways, or even just being pillows. I think that would really be cute in a lot of people's dough bowls. So I have Scarecrow Festival and It's Fall Y'all. Then the last one that I want to mention is Foxy Fall from their Tiered Tray Tidbit series. And it was between this one and another one. They had about the same popularity. However, I liked the color choices in Foxy Fall. I felt like it was vibrant and I thought it was a nice addition to have to our list because it was very vibrant, and some of us do like to stitch with more vibrant. Oh, I forgot to turn this on. Oh well. So We are done with stitching with the Housewives, and we are going to be moving into Plum Street Samplers. So this was another one where it was hard to really gauge exactly what I think was the most popular. And I also, like I think a lot of us know, Cinnamon Stars, I did add that. But she has a lot of Halloween that's really popular. And so it was actually more difficult than I expected to narrow down just fall. And I didn't want to include samplers or things like that because I feel like that's a whole separate topic. So what I chose these 5. I chose Betsy's Autumn, and I really like this one. Again, this has that same vibe as Primrose Cottage Stitches does with the tree. So if that's something that you like, then definitely Betsy's Autumn is there. It just has this whole flow. Like you can see the wind flowing through the pattern. Then we have the infamous Cinnamon Stars by Plum Street. I still need to buy this. I need to buy it and I need to do it. I really like Plum Street Samplers patterns. I'm doing Babushka's Blossoms, which I didn't even include in this video. What was I thinking? I am stitching that right now. You know, I probably didn't. It's because I'm like, oh, I'm already like stitching it. I'm talking about it. So I wanted to pick a different one. Anyway, so Babushka's Blossoms. If you want to know what that pattern looks like, check out my last Flosstube. I dyed fabric for it. I'm stitching it. It's one of my favorite stitches of the year. Also, I'll put a picture up here so you can see what I'm talking about. That's a bonus. Plum Street Samplers get 6 because she's amazing. Okay, moving on. Okay, this one, I don't really know if it's the most popular, but I love it. It is Eat Crow. I don't know why I don't see more people stitching this. This is amazing. It's a vulture on a pumpkin with all of these beautiful flowers in the background. I feel like it should be more popular. Next, we have the ever popular Olga's Autumn Stocking. And this is wonderful. I mean, I think as I get older, I would love to do this one. I really would love to do all of her stockings. They're incredible. That is an heirloom. If you fully finish that stitch piece, man, I hope that becomes an heirloom in your family because that's incredible. So Olga's Autumn Stocking had to be included because I think that that's probably one of the most popular fall patterns every year. Lastly, we have the Gather In. And this came out within the last couple of years. I love it. I really loved watching Saltbox Stitcher stitch this one. And I think that it's just great. What does it say? Gather with grateful hearts. That's so precious. So yeah, love it. So that concludes the 6 patterns by Plum Street Samplers. So I'll go in and I'll add this to I'll add Babushka's Blossoms to my post as well. All right, we have 2 from Cottage Garden Samplings. We have the Little Brown Bat, which is very autumnal. This is from her series A Year in the Woods. I really like this. I think that bats don't just have to be Halloween. Bats start to come out in the fall, and you can tell the season's changing, especially here in Oklahoma, because you start to see more bats at nighttime. I love bats. I like that they eat the bugs. I love this one. I actually own this chart. And then definitely one of the most popular fall patterns, not just for her, but in a lot of people's shops selling this pattern, is the Turkey Day by her A Time for All Seasons. I think this is wonderful, and I think that this is a good, oh, what is that? Oh no. I think this is a good alternative to the Glendon Place turkey. If you're not interested in doing something of that magnitude, I think that you could do Turkey Day by Cottage Garden Samplings. And I think it's really lovely. I like that she put the leaves in the back the way that she did. All right, moving from Cottage Garden Samplings to Teresa Kogut. Teresa Kogut is one of the first designers that I stitched, one of the first fall things that I made. I love her patterns. I love her aesthetic. She has an incredible amount of Halloween patterns. So to just pick a couple harvest fall patterns was actually difficult from her because most of her fall things have to do with Halloween. And so this is what I chose. Definitely the most popular for her right now is the one that she came out with this month, which is the Harvest Friendship Booklet, which includes 3 patterns. Very adorable. She has a Briscornu, she has a drum, and she has a beautiful Friendships little sampler. I love it all. Good for her. I think it's great. And so next, what I have from her Etsy shop is the Harvest at the Mill. I like this a lot. I think she's such a sweet girl. I don't see this being stitched very often. Maybe I'm just missing it, I'm not sure. But I think this is really sweet. And if you like stitching girls and faces, I think this is adorable. Finally, we have an extremely popular pattern in her Etsy shop, which is the Give Thanks Small. And I chose this because it was so popular in Etsy shop. Very adorable. So concluding from Teresa Kogut, now we are moving into, I'm sure you've been wondering, Brenda Gervais. Yes, of course, I'm going to talk about Brenda Gervais with Thy Needle and Thread and her fall cross stitch patterns. Now, again, she has a lot of Christmas, she has a lot of Halloween, and she has a lot of samplers. So to pick just Harvest and Fall, this is what I chose. I chose Celebrate Harvest, which is actually a pattern that I bought last month. I shared it in my most recent Flosstube. Then I have Autumn Acorn Gatherings, which I also bought. I'm currently stitching this right now. I love the squirrels. Then we have the Autumn Gatherings, the basket. I love it when she has her patterns so that way you have to finish it in the shape of what you're stitching. I love that. And then we have a Souvenirs of the Heart, Autumn and Amana. I know people talk because I know there's a retreat there, and now I am blanking on how you pronounce it. So go ahead, yell at me through the screen. What's the right way to say it? Lastly, we have one that I forgot she had, and I definitely want to buy next year because it's another squirrel, and it is Oktoberfest. October with a K. I mean, Oktoberfest. My brain went there. Oktober Feast. It is not a squirrel drinking beer in Germany. It is Oktober Feast. Yes. Okay, then we have, that was all the 5 that I wanted to show from Brenda. Now we're going to go to Bent Creek. I have one that I wanted to share, and it is Autumn Row. Classic, love it. And she has a lot of different rows, so if that's something that you like, similar to the bands from Lizzie Kate, then don't miss out on this one. Okay, I definitely had to add Blackbird Designs, and I chose 3. I chose the When the Leaves Fall book, then I chose the Winds of Autumn book, and lastly I chose the Autumn from Loose Feathers series. All lovely. And so each of these booklets, I believe, have at least 12 patterns, and so I think there's not much I need to say about them. We all know what they are. Beautiful, beautiful. I wanted to include, so moving from Blackbird Designs to, I have just one Just Nan that I wanted to talk about, and this is the Autumn in the Country by Just Nan. This is one that I've had in my cart that I was going to buy so many times, but it's pretty big, and I just was like, I don't know if I'm going to stitch that in the next couple of years. But I really like it. I like it a lot, and this is something where I've seen somebody on Flosstube stitch it within the last year. I can't remember her name. Half Stitch, Cross Stitch? I'll have to put it on here so that way I can shout her out because she has stitched this. Okay, next we're moving on to Little House Needleworks, and I included the entire Fall on the Farm series. This is one that I'm surprised, again, I don't see more people stitching, and I really like this a lot. It's 9 different charts, and they're really pretty. Very pretty. It's got a lighter color to it, so if you like lighter decor, if you just wanted to lighten up your room with lighter stitching, this is a great option. And moving from there, we have probably one of the most recognized autumn patterns is the Autumn ABCs by Little House Needleworks. Just classic. This is one I haven't stitched, but I would like to stitch in the future. I don't have the chart, but definitely is one that I probably will end up buying just to put in my stash so that one day I'm like, I have the right piece of fabric, I'm gonna do it. So yeah, I like that one. Then we have Acorn Hill by Little House Needleworks, and I like it a lot. What can I say? I like it a lot. Then we have Sleepy Hollow Lodge. Now this is one, I don't know, maybe it was one that was being stitched a while ago, I don't know, but I haven't seen this one very often. I really liked it. I didn't know about it, and this is something that would definitely fit in my house, and is one that is higher up on my radar to stitch because I really, really like this one. And finally, another one that was popular for a little while but hasn't been so popular lately is the Autumn Band Samplers. Now these were really popular, and so I included it because it's interesting to me that this isn't more popular right now than it is. I think it's just one of those ones that more designers have come out, and so this is one that people aren't showing as much. But I really think that the Autumn Band Sampler Oh, my pressure just changed in my ears. The Autumn Band Sampler is extremely popular still. Like, it's very relevant. I think you'd have a good time stitching it. Oh, that's so weird. I just had like a complete pressure change in my ears, so I don't know if the weather changed or what happened. It doesn't happen to me very often. Okay, lastly, we have Shepherd's Bush. And we have the Autumn Notes by Shepherd's Bush. Very cute. We have Thanksgiving Notes by Shepherd's Bush. And we have Harvest of Plenty. And my favorite is actually the Harvest of Plenty. And I link directly to the Shepherd's Bush website where you can buy the kit. The whole kit for that is $54. So yeah, I did not include any Prairie Schooler because I didn't include any specific Prairie Schoolers and I didn't include any specific Lizzie Kates. I think that those are always popular, and I didn't think that I needed to show what most of us have already seen by Prairie Schooler. If you are a brand new stitcher watching this video, then Google fall Prairie Schoolers because they are iconic. They are some of the best. And yeah, I could have included them, and maybe I'll include some for my Halloween, because now that I'm recording the video, I feel bad I didn't include some Prairie Schoolers. But definitely Prairie Schooler is always top. Goes without saying. Any category, Prairie Schooler is going to be the top in any category for cross stitch. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing this video with 50 different cross stitch patterns, 51 because I added one. And let me know down below if there's any patterns that you saw in my video today that you didn't know about or you forgot about that you want to go buy and stitch, or maybe I inspired you today to go kit it up, or you're like, hey, I have that kitted, I'm going to start that, because you have the whole month of October and you have November, really. I mean, it depends on when you want to start your Christmas stitching. So I loved putting this together. And again, I have everything linked down below. It'll take you to briannalentz.com, where I have everything in order that I talked about it today, with direct links to the designer and to where you can buy it. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. I appreciate you. And don't forget to like this video so that way you see more of my content, and please share my videos so that way other people can see my content. The more you like and share my videos, the more I get pushed out there. So thank you again. I'll see you guys in the next project and in the next video. Happy stitching. Bye.